Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time, no one died. That's all you need to know. No one has died yet. I don't know who's going to die. I have money on the shopkeeper, but like, who knows? Who knows? It's gonna be very interesting. See? That's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh, really, Mrs. Strayed? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, the D let me keep it after I looked daggers at him for long enough. Sorry, I lost the accent. It was there for a second and then it's gone. He went through the pockets and said, "Go on then, have it," before telling me to scarp her. Always pays off giving people a good look like you ate them. I can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc mine. The music box disc? But Mr. Windybag said it was practically worthless. I think I'm gonna go have another bash. Give him a long odd stare. I think not, Mrs. Strayed. We shan't enter Windybug's again today. I lost Sherlock Holmes, you know. Why not? That's not fair. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windybank. But this mine. I have the ticket for this coat, and it was in this coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what that rotten cove said, ain't it? Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he? Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is. Now she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Eh? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. No time. Huh? Why would I come around your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? And there she goes. Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guests at the diner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I'll have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Miss Usato. Until later, then. Wait, so I'm not examining nothing. This shall be interesting. Alright, April 15th, 3:46 p.m. Ah, Susie and Bruno, come in, come in. Good afternoon, Iris. I don't know why Iris is also like, has the same accent as what's her face, but you know, here we are. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always? I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you? Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on, you'll never guess. Look at those little eyes of hers. Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise. surprise! Yes, that's wonderful news. Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait till I have some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh yes, that does sound like fun. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Nardo? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? He should keep his little contraption off more often. For no reason whatsoever. Early? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back? Hello? Mr. Sholmes? I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. This is like a midlife crisis. A quarter life crisis? I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that. I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything. Yes, I see. Really? He behaves just like a child sometimes, Harley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris is something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. That's what I was gonna say. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. What's the matter, Bruno? You have ever such a funny look on your face. Oh, no, it's nothing. I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right? How? How did you... Hey, oh, Bruno, I can read you like a book. Ugh, this girl is dangerous. Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind. So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the Gilded case? The McGilded case 2 months ago, right? Yes? Who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh? I'll chase after her down the back alleys. Interesting idea, friendship. And now let her have the latest color smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow. I suppose this means you've let Mrs. Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Poor Hurley. Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited. I just hope she does actually come. Alright, little girl, why you live with Sherlock Sholmes anyway? I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you? Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents? My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Which means... Mommy passed away when I was born. And around the same time, my father... Well, he had to go to faraway land because one of the cases he and Hurley were working on. Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley? Yes? Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. She didn't mention that before. He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there. Really? He recorded them all? Interesting. So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh yes, I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father? Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up and found your father's memories. Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me, that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father. So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. Oh, he does those intro scenes, maybe? Interesting. I practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock. When Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy, I mean, it must have done. I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouth sometimes. Right. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solves a case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone. You could say that again. You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. That is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well. Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. That's where I've heard that name before? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! No way! Oh! I'd like to make it clear I did not murder this man. Oh my gosh! I forgot all about this. Oh my gosh! That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial University. That wasn't even that long ago. Did she know he was there? Well, he's gone now. The man who, in the most bizarre circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Miss Susato. Does she not know he's dead? Yes? Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best. She deserves to know. She deserves to know. Oh, okay, hello. Oh, my dear fellows. How good to see you. I can't... He doesn't even look like himself with the head of hair. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Whatever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really? Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed? My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madame? Oh, I have something far... never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows. Did you steal that? Another music box disc? No, not another disc, Mr. Susato. You will... He did not. This is the one Grexy demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilded's disc. Oh my. Then, what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Norrell, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may as well be more adept at larceny. Oh, that would be awfully exciting. I'd be a pickpocketing assistant. And Rudolph could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught. Right. Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting. She could write all our menacing crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted. What is going on? First, we find out this girl is the dead guy from the first case. Now we're becoming criminals. Okay, I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened. That's what I'm going with. All right. Yeah, Shums, what we doing here? Yeah, why'd you steal it? I don't understand. How did that disc come into being in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of caramel. Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your mind back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'm sorry, he lost his accent again. It just disappears. I'll be taking whatever it is of McGillis down to the guard, thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. It was precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars like this. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution. What is going on? How extraordinary! Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press in its unique form is duplicated. I can enter into anyone's property at will, and never without a high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what matter of music would issue from the disc when played. Yeah, what happened? Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. What music does the disc play? Doesn't play music at all. Unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Rudo? Oh, we lost our accent again. Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sounds. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making different notes. You learn something new every day. We are now an education channel. The first music box to be invented uses a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it. They be using big words in this game, and I don't always know what's going on. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe. Why, exactly? Because the discs are easy to produce, and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are many great firms in Europe, now manufacturing music boxes as a result. It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one's firm music box does not match that of another. And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe. Every single one? That's early for you. Always taking things too far. But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true, in the worst case. I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What? Magnus McGilded, not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows. Still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. I don't like how he's looking at me right now. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. It's all interesting. Very interesting, to say the least. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGild's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. Well, yeah. He was clearly guilty of something. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. This must tie back to the... I think it was the assassin from the first case. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. Look at that dude. He's evil. It would appear the case is not yet closed. Well, it's time to start getting things ready for dinner, I think. Jenny will be here before long. Thank you, Iris. Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do. Glad you can cook, because I can't. I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windybeck said before about his story. He said he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he? Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe. So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh yes, the idea is such a wonderful story. Languishing in the storeroom, gathering dust. My dear madame, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault. And what about your Stradivarius, Early? Was that safe and secure? Well, there may be the occasional mix-up. Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now. Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Early? Oh, it sounds like so exciting! The Hound of the Baskervilles! I should love to read it! Why are you looking at me like that, bro? Holmes has got some serious baggage. Oh! What's going on? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room? Susie, what did you just say? You said The Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title? Well, that's... Did she read it? That's because Mrs. Sato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. But Runo, the Hound of the Baskervilles, has never been published. Did she read it? When I showed Ellie the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. I don't understand. That's why he said he'd keep it safe until it was right time for the story to be made public, you see. So that's why the manuscript is at Windybanks? Maybe she just saw the front. And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Ellie, what's going on? He's kind of pretty without his little mask. Actually, you know who he looks like? I take that back. He looks like young President Snow with the stuff off. Ah! What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Oh, convenient. Miss Lestrade, I don't know. This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going. No, wait, Miss Lestrade. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Oh, yes. Just wait here, Jenny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come on, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Mrs. Strayed. Please, make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you, just, meddlesome? I won't take no for an answer. Oh, he's gonna play instruments. Meddlesome it is, then. Oh, the kitty! That's the same cutscene. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. This game's so much fun, but the pacing is so weird. I'm kind of scared. Like, it's been a while since bad things have happened, and I know it's like building up to something. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine, and I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now. Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder? It's about that story? It's about the telegram I received. Oh! The one that arrived first thing this morning. I've been summoned. What? Summoned? What do you mean? The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me. The Lord Chief Justice? When? Tomorrow morning. What? Then we have to start preparing at once. Oh, no. That won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone. Alone? What on earth for? I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow. What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could it be, I wonder? Oh, okay. Good evening, friends! Oh, Iris. Hi again. Okay, I got kind of nervous. And Gina, too! Yes? Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. They both sound the same. I don't know, man. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. What are you getting summoned for? You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Ginny showed us, wasn't it wonderful? Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques. We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we? It's only something I would do at home. I think I've awakened on a natural talent. I could earn a living from it. You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour? Well, you see, I came to return this. Wait, what? That's mine. Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it. Oh yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius. So anyway, here you can have it back. Not that I really understood where you were at, though. Oh, thank you. Alright then, good night. Yes, good night. So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny? I think I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer. With a lawyer? What? Oh, that. What lives in this place? A place like this? Yes, me too. Huh? It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. I suppose she's probably wants to talk about the manuscript. Yep. Alright, let's talk about it. Let's get it over with. Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what this is all about, really, but it's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This manuscript or whatever you call it. It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Diaries? That's right. I don't suppose I mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Ellie's assistant once, his partner. Eh? They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though. And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I studied them and wrote my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now, then? He had to go away on urgent business to faraway land. He'll be gone for a very long time. Someone tell this poor girl that her dad is dead. So I've never really met him. Oh, right. Come to think of it. I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Maybe we should ask her. First we're going to talk about this. Iris, this Hound of Baskerville story. I take it it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts? That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow from the other cases, I mean. Oh? Was it not solved? I don't really know. It must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It's the first time I've ever seen him like that. It must be unsolved. It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances. But why not? It's one of my best works. I'm not at liberty to say, not now, so please do not ask me. It must not be solved yet. Or, like, make her figure out her dad's dead. We could also just tell her. Alright then, I won't. But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. Suspicious! And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it? Yes. Early said it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. She is a child. It's mean. That's what it is, keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. Eh? If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must be a very good reason. I think so too. She knows something about this. You lot are to trust him for your own good. But he can't put the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. What? Wait, what? Hurley's lying to me? Alright, hold on. We gotta have to examine, and we gotta talk to you, miss. Yeah, alright, missy. What you got? Spill the beans. Alright, we'll start with the parents. I realize that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our mums. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the young little ones and make sure they'll get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket? Nah, diving's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift someone's pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to our parents. I mean, I always thought I'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you have had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Tell her. Oh, Iris. Alright, what's the lie? I'm so curious. Gina, what do you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying? Well, he reckons he bopped that manuscript or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. That story was really an old Windybank storeroom. There's no way someone from halfway around the world, and otherwise you, could know about it. Oh. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Huh. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Winterbank's. You'd soon see if you'd had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I doubt that Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I've wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that sometimes I wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Don't be so hard on yourself, Iris. It's hard when they're both in the same room. When I decided they both were going to have that accent, it's because I didn't think they'd ever be together. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will ya? No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must tell me to make, you must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night then. Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child. an orphan. Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night, Naruto-san. I still can't say your name. I'm sorry. Naruto. Like, Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yuma University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Yeah. It's all suspicious. Mr. Naruto. Mr. Naruto. Naruto. That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. Oh, good morning. Sorry, good evening. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She's probably decided to go home, no? She probably took the manuscript. I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out the window, my dear fellow. I'm scared. What's this about? I'm scared. Wait a minute. Yeah, she's breaking in. She's gonna see if the manuscript is there. That's Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Windybank's. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we know. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Why ye have no faith? Okay, well I'm not rereading this. I just read it. But you know what happened. Yo, he's kind of scary when he's mad. Could Gina have gone? It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruto. Sorry? Oh, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once. I don't know why his voice just got deeper. Mr. Sato! Wait, what's she doing awake? Guys, I'm scared. I don't wanna. The door to Windybanks, it's open. And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. I don't like him when he's serious. I'm scared. Ow, I just hit my hand on the wall. Like, I'm scared. There's no one here. Oh, yes. There is. What is going on? Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the? Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruto. But after them, go! Right. Blast! I've lost them. Hello, what have we here? The alarm just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? I swear if he's not here and they, like, kidnapped him. We ran back to Windybanks. What the heck? Hello?
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruto!
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
I hope this is just the...
It's Gina.
Is she okay? What the heck? Bro! Okay, at least Sholmes isn't dead. Is Gina gonna get accused of killing the pawnbroker? I can't. I can't. See you next time.